Today, Precarious plays
Fire Emblem.
Why did I start talking about, quote, sexy bod and hair? Ooh, that hair, though.
Because he's wonderful and it covers so many different...
He is not. He's a total fuck-up.
Oh, well, the story is wonderful and complicated and interesting.
I don't know. There's something that I've been keeping from you. Mm-hmm. I don't actually know how much I like...
Oh, keep it.
The King Killer Chronicles?
Nope, keep it.
Because it suffers from not being done.
Oh, yeah, that's killing the shit out of me right now.
But for different reasons. For you, I think it's because you're so excited to have, like, the next volume.
I just need to bring it to a close.
For me, I just can't measure it until I have the entirety of it.
Well, that's part of my problem, too. I mean, I'm really psyched about it right now, but I was also psyched about Battlestar Galactica a lot, and that ended...
Right up until Angels.
No.
Angels!
No,
Dad,
no.
Angels!
It's not that simple, and it's not that good either. So let's just stop. Like, Angels are so much like they have a I can't. But I'm glad that I watched it, and you should too. Just don't be upset about the ending. Okay, fuck. What am I even doing right now? It seems like everything is going well, so I'm a little stressed out.
You just need to wait for the path to open.
Okay. Should I go ahead and... I feel like Florina is doing too much work on this map. Like, she's level... and everybody else is level...
Just move her close to Hector, and that'll be the...
Okay, we'll let them...
That'll be all she has to do for a while.
Support!
With Lynn, I think.
Oh, boy!
Is that what you want to do?
Well, yeah,
I think
it doesn't undermine the relationship I already have with Hector.
Right.
Because we're best friends.
Okay.
Florina, are you well? Lady Lindis, I'm well, thank you. I forgot that I do both these parts. Good, I was worried, but don't go out alone if you can.
Do you want me to do Lynn?
You never know where archers might be lurking.
You want me to do Lynn's voice?
The next line is yes, but I don't.
Okay.
Are you carrying enough healing salve? Your weapons, are they all in order? Well, let's see. A vulnerary, and, my lance is here, and, It's alright, Florina. Take your time, I'm here, should anything happen. But, Lady Lindis, it should be the other way around. I'm here to protect you. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. Didn't I always look out for you back on the plains? Remember? Of course, but... No buts. Let's head out, Florina. Lady Lindis! Quit momming me! Stop! Toe stepper. Go-getter. Asshole. Whatever. Anyway,
It's similar to why I've been hesitant to talk about Breath of the Wild at all, anywhere, with anyone, especially on this show.
Yeah.
It's because part of me wants to see if that last bit of DLC comes out and blows my mind. Just completely fundamentally alters the way I view the game.
I really want to send people over here to take care of that tonight.
I would just send Dart, because a path, not that I'm aware of, ever opens over there.
Yeah, it looks too treasury to make it that easy. Okay. I'm just gonna send Dart over and then send everybody else down.
Keep Rebecca nearby, because he'll need to deliver an item to her to pick up everything, I think. Check his inventory.
Yeah, because he's not going to use all of those chest keys, and there's 3 items.
The alternative is you just have him surrender his killer axe right now.
Yeah, he could probably do that.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, even if he has to swing twice.
Yeah.
Hell, even if he has to swing 3 times, he still has enough hand axe charges.
Yeah. Okay.
So she should actually use her turn to trade for his stuff, for his killer axe.
I'm sorry, what? What did you say?
Well, I just didn't want you to use his turn doing it. This will be fine. He only has the one weapon left. He should actually go to the south because his
Maybe
movement...
he can get the Wyvern Rider over to him.
Yeah. His movement will become much more strictly limited once he's actually in the water.
Mm-hmm.
So to make good time straight towards that group, that's the jumping off point that you want. The Cavaliers can probably just go to the south. Should be fine.
Mm-hmm. Incomplete works are very hard to judge, especially when they've been out long enough for you to really develop a liking for them.
I could not imagine. We cheated a little bit because we saw Battlestar Galactica over a period of maybe like weeks.
Yeah, I chugged that show in a way that
I couldn't imagine seeing it like year after year developing and then ending the way it did. I could imagine my feelings being much more hurt.
Yeah, it's so hard, but that's why I cheat, and watch, I'll wait. I try to be patient.
What incomplete work was... Oh, Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I keep waiting for that...
Kingkiller Chronicle. I
keep waiting for that last bit of DLC to come out to see if it changes my feelings on some parts of the game. And, I thought, I don't have high hopes because I thought, maybe the Master... Oh, you should use the Menikati. Maybe the Master Quest will change my feelings on it.
Mm-hmm. Can she take all of the damage that is available over here?
Not on her own, I would say, and I would not target that one. I would have someone else target the mage.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that should be fine.
I'm gonna have Hector do the mage in.
Okay.
And then it'll be okay. God, I love that animation!
Although it is weird that she lands twice.
I am not a bit bothered.
I just think it was a weird decision. It makes me wonder if maybe they just didn't want to. Maybe they were struggling having a cleaner transition from that really dynamic landing back up to her standing pose.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody tried 3 or 4 times and was like, "Fuck it, I'm having her teleport back in.
Yeah.
We'll never drop from the ceiling."
It doesn't matter.
I'm actually a little worried, but I also don't want to do math. Okay, that guy has a Lance Reaver. I'm worried that if all of them hit her and actually managed to hit, she could be in some trouble. I'd probably feel more comfortable. Oh wait, no, once Elliewood is nearby, she should be fine.
But he can only go there.
I don't think they have to be directly adjacent. You should check her stats and see. I'm pretty sure that once they're actually friends, I think there's a little bit of leeway.
Okay.
So not those. It's not the base stats. It's the derivative ones. So her avoid right now is 61, for example. I'll just remember 28 and 61.
Okay.
And then move Elliewood closer. 28 and 61. And check her again. Yeah, so 28 and 61. Now her crit has gone up, and so is her avoid because
Sweet.
Elliewood's nearby.
That's wonderful.
You could probably get an additional little bonus because of her friendship with Florina as well.
Mm-hmm. And I could also kill that guy with Florina.
You could do that.
That'll definitely be...
But not if you use a spear charge, because he's too much of a wimp. Although you could have her move a couple tiles and then have Ninian dance for her, and then she can just kill him with a sword.
Yes! Yes! Good! Which direction?
East. Florina will need to move
Oh,
first.
that's right. I
Probably, on the
forgot
water
something. Okay, I forgot that she can water.
The first bit of DLC for Breath of the Wild came out, and I found it to be very underwhelming. In particular, the hard mode, basically. there was a edition of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time
Yeah.
that was released, I think, as a bonus, and maybe like a pre-order bonus for Wind Waker or something. It was called Master Quest, and it was supposed to just be like a harder, weirder take on Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, you've played this a dozen times. Here's a different way to do it.
Yeah. And it felt like a pretty well put together hack. They used a lot of assets that were already in the game in weird ways. For example, I'm pretty sure that some of the buttons in Jabu Jabu's belly, they were like replaced with cows.
What?
And yeah, you interacted with them in a different way, I think. And like in the forest temple, they just took a number of
Damn.
yeah, I like that.
I don't think I've seen her regular attack.
Guess she keeps
'Cause
critting.
yeah, and the regular attack is still very swift and surgical.
And it's very confounding and has a lot of motion to it that I like.
It's really cool. It's really fucking cool.
Um,
You were saying, I'm sorry, I totally derailed
no,
you.
it's cool. There are a bunch of very simply textured blocks that they incorporate into some areas in a very rudimentary way. They fucking show up, right?
Yeah.
And it's sort of ugly, but it's
Like these
functional.
assholes.
Ugly but functional, yeah. This feels like that same level of craft, and I don't think it was suitable for paid DLC. I don't think that it was a dramatic enough take on a harder difficulty for Breath of the Wild, and it was a disappointment.
No.
I'm thinking, because do you know what they did? Do you know like the changes that they made?
No, I don't, and I'm not juggling that information right now. Hang on. Hector, Landis, Scylla.
What are you looking for?
I'm just looking at experience levels and things like that just to make some decisions quickly.
I'd probably recommend actually swapping their positions on the
These
battlefield. No, having Lynn go to the rear so that way she can get experience for both of those axemen across, like, one this turn and then...
The next one that comes and attacks her.
Yeah, and then Raven and Lucius can go over there and fight those three.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
if
like
I
two
put,
out of those three.
actually, I think it might be better if I put Raven on point in this case.
What do you mean?
Raven in front because they're all ranged users. Oh, but he has a hand axe.
Yeah. And Raven, no, you have Lucius right now.
I confused their names
Oh.
because I am starting to feel fatigued.
We've been playing for a while.
Yeah.
And I still didn't say the thing I wanted to say about Alpha Centauri. I've got a fusion, like a better power cell, and there are only like 4 of them in the game, so I feel like it's a pretty major upgrade, and that kind of bothers me, because it's basically like, as soon as you have the next one, anyone that doesn't is boned. That's all I wanted to say.
There.
Yeah. Like, I really feel like it's a huge increase from the first one to the second one. I kind of wish that there were a larger number of more incremental increases. But then again, I don't know the exact formula, so maybe it's not so bad. And then, talking about the thing that I was just talking about with Breath of the Wild, one of the things they did just to make hard mode more interesting, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
There are platforms that are suspended by balloons
Okay.
just around the map. And I think, like, it's on paper, it's a good idea because they're making better use of unused vertical space.
Mm-hmm.
But it's weird and messy, and I would have preferred if they had put more of the flying guardians
Yeah.
around the map, which would achieve about the same thing. Like if they had made...
I thought you didn't like the Flying Guardians, though.
I don't like the flying guardians because they tend to put them in environments where the drops that they give you...
Wow, his sword's the biggest sword.
Yeah, and it's sort of curvy and scary.
I don't think that's a sword. I think that's a piece of something else that he was like, this sword now.
This is my sword. Yeah. Just gonna swing this
Pardon.
around.
I think that I derailed you.
Wait, what the
again.
fuck am I saying? Ninian can just can dance for Lynn, and she can do it this time.
I was just about to do that. Aw, same thoughts.
The Flying Guardians, I think they're fine. They just tend to be placed in environments where the things that they drop, they wind up wasted.
Yeah.
They tend to put them like hovering around towers, or like I'm thinking about, I think it's like a chain of islands in one portion of the map, named after like Tingle's family, friends, his posse from Wind Waker.
Yeah.
They're all named after those guys, I think. And it's just a bunch of pillars, giant pillars shooting out of the ocean. And if you slay one of those guardians, all of the stuff they drop just gets dropped into the ocean like hundreds of feet below you.
Oh, that hurts a little.
Yeah, and it's so weird because it didn't have to be that way. They could have had those enemies produce like an Octorok balloon, some sort of like flotation device that
I have to say,
suspends them in midair. I don't know.
I have to say that I really like playing that game,
Yes.
but I have yet to disagree with you on any of the points that you've brought up about it. And it really feels half-baked the more that you look at it. It's great. It's like a really doughy, it's cookie dough, okay? Everybody likes cookie dough. Baked, not baked, in ice cream, on stuff it's not supposed to be on, it's fine, okay? But it is cookie dough, and you have to acknowledge it, okay?
Yeah, one day I think I'll talk about it at greater length. But I don't think that day is today.
Today we're going to talk about how awesome Dart is.
At killing Men of the Claw. Good job, Dart.
I mean, he's indiscriminate with his dealing of...
See, he kills flamboyant young men with bows as well.
Yeah, just whoever shows up.
He's an equal opportunity murderer.
Great.